Hi, I'm David. You're very welcome to Ballykilcavan Farm Brewery.
Right, so we're here in Ballykilcavan Brewery in County Laois, just outside Stradbally, and we're having a look and seeing what they're doing today. They're a local sustainable producer, and they produce a selection of beers that are really cool. And like just at first glance of the brewery here, everything is completely spotless, which is class. I think it's the cleanest place I've ever seen. But yeah, let's have a look around.
My name's David Walsh-Kemmis. I'm the founder, director of Ballykilcavan Brewing Company here in Stradbally, County Laois. So we have a brewery here on site on the farm. I started farming about 20 years ago, trying to make money out of growing malt and barley. Found that was really, really hard to do. So what we decided to do was diversify by opening up the brewery next door. We're using our own barley, our own water from a well out in the courtyard outside as well, and making craft beers here for about 5.5 years now. So we make everything from, basically, my thing was to try and make a beer that everyone would be able to enjoy. So we make a really wide range here, from a traditional lager, red ale, some pale ales, up to very more modern IPA styles, so a lot more hops in them. And so we're trying to basically make, as I say, a beer that's going to appeal to at least, one beer that's going to appeal to everybody. I think for me, the main reason we started a brewery was because the farm was very much a malty and barley farm, and that's the main dry ingredient that's going into the beers. So it was either whiskey or beer. I like both, but I couldn't afford to open a distillery, so we decided to open the brewery. And it was, I was always interested in the process of converting barley into malt and then into beer. So it was, it's an easy choice to make because it's a fun industry to be in, but it's also very interesting in terms of the process and in terms of various other things with it as well. Something different every day. Yeah, exactly. And it is for me because, we have Joe next door who's doing the bulk of actually making the beers. So I'm kind of running the business, but then out here in the tap room in the visitor center as well. So we do a lot of tours here. We're trying to start some more events here as well. Get as many people to come to us and visit the farm and visit the brewery as well. I see, we're not allowed to have a favorite product. It's like asking you what your favorite child is. So we're definitely not allowed to have a favorite product. Okay, I have to say, it's more the styles of beer. So coming into maybe the spring, summer, I'm generally more into the pale ales and the IPAs. As we head into the autumn, it's more probably the red ale. We have, for me again, a very nice brown ale that we do, which is very rich, very malty, perfect for a winter's evening in front of a fire, and then into the stouts as well. Seasonal, yeah, very much so. Yeah, we change with the season, so it just depends on the weather. I think the goals are continue to build the beer market. So for us, really, that's the local market, which actually has been picking up, particularly on draft over the last year. We have some very good support now from the local bar trade. We export quite a lot of beer as well. So I'm just back from a tour to Italy to try and promote more sales over there, getting into France as well. And then really for the business as a whole, as I say, it's getting as many people to come and visit us as possible, whether that's for a tour, whether that's for a corporate team building event, or whether that's for some of the events that we have planned. That's really the main focus for us. Sustainability is important to us for a couple of reasons. We started this whole business as a way of trying to secure the financial sustainability of the farm. Like, we have young kids. I have no idea whether they want to come back and take over, but if they do, I want to have it as a financially sustainable place for them to do it. But there's no point doing that if we're wrecking the environment while we're doing it as well. So we really want to try and look after the place as much as possible. So we've really from the start tried to integrate sustainability into everything, from the way we built the brewery, from the way we integrated the processes. And now we are Origin Green members, so we're part of Board Bia's National Sustainability Programme. We're gold status members of that, so that's a very top level. There's only 2 breweries currently in the country that have gold status members. We're one of them. And we've won, I think it's 6 at this count, national sustainability awards over the last 2 years. So we're definitely doing something right. There's always more that we can do, and we have more plans in terms of improving the sustainability again. But I think it's very much a focus of everything we do. We look at it and say, how can we do that more sustainably? It's vital, because the only way we survive is when people are supporting us, and particularly in our local area. It's in beer, we're going up against absolutely enormous multinational corporations. So when you walk into a bar in Ireland, generally half the beers there are owned by a large multinational British company and half the beers are owned by a large multinational Dutch company. And we're trying to compete against their distribution and their marketing and their practices in terms of how they get beers into pubs. We can't do any of those things in terms of our budget. So it's really important for us in the beer trade that people go in and ask their local bars where are the local beers, because that's when they'll get them in. When publicans see the demand, that's when the publicans will bring them in. And then it's important that they support it as well, that they're willing to tell people about, this nice local beer. Exactly, tell the story, get the bar staff, and that's our job as well, is obviously to get the publicans and the bar staff excited about the product and let them know the story and let them know why it's important. So, we're trying to put a lot back into our community in terms of event sponsorship, team sponsorships and things like that. We can only do that if people support us in turn. At the minute, it's really in the local area in terms of being able to physically walk in and buy the product. If you go to our website, ballykilcavan.com, you'll see a list of online stockists there. We will be setting up our own online shop sometime in the near future with licensing issues that we have to get around, but we're going to sort that out this year. And then actually on the website, you'll find a list of all the stockists. So if you're up in Dublin, if you're in Laois, a few other places around the country, you'll be able to physically get it, or else online is your best bet.